Hey everyone, it's Roldy. House sitting at my parents'. This is my old room. Now it's my little brother's room. But anyways, let's get into these battles. I'm trying out Sableye, Purified Sableye with it's a level 42. So I got it up to level 41 using XL Candy, and with the best buddy boost, it pushes it up to 42, which is as high as you can go. It is a 93 or 91%, which would have been really good before the CP change. Now it's not the best Sableye you can get, but it's still, we're gonna try it out. So I'm running it with the typical core of Stunfisk and Azumarill. So let's get into these battles. So we have a Bastion on lead. So this is a pretty good lead. They switch into Blossom with Razor Leaf. So I'm predicting this is a grass hole line, which is not that good for this team. I was running this team before without a Azumarill with a Galvantula, and I did pretty good. But Azumarill actually has been doing working a lot better for me. With the Galvantula, it was a pretty glassy team, and it also was very weak to fire. So I needed something that can combat the fire. There's a lot more fire in the Great League meta now. So this is the grass hole line. I'm not running Ice Beam on my Azumarill, and this is one of the times that it does not help very much when you're lined up with the grass Pokemon. But I decided not to change it. Decided to keep it, even though it might have won me the game here, might have not. But running Play Rough and Hydro Pump has been pretty clutch, especially when you're matched up with Bastiodon and you need something to nuke it with. So we have a Registeel here. I'm gonna throw my Hydro Pump again. I normally run Ice Beam instead of Hydro Pump, so this is coming in handy here for these specific situations. So I'm really liking this player of Hydro Pump. Azumarill. You might be able to hear the dog scratching at the door. So I'm going to go here for Play Rough because I know it should be enough to take it out, and it is. And I'm going with Azumarill. You hear him. He's not happy that I'm leaving him outside. Yeah, so don't mind the dog scratching at the door. He might come in and out. So they do. I successfully shield a Hydro Pump here. So they're running Umbreon. This thing is super tanky, so I'm just gonna go straight Earthquake, try to chip down at it. It's not a good matchup for Sableye either, because those foul plays will hit for neutral. So I gotta make sure I get it as low as possible, and I pretty much my foul plays are resisted. So let's see if they. The good thing about this matchup is that as long as they don't shield it, it works out pretty well because Umbreon has a lower attack stats. Its moves don't do a ton to Stunfisk. So I land a return successfully. And you want to play it different ways. Sometimes I'll just keep baiting because I know that they usually will predict that the return is coming. I mean, they can see that it's a purified Sableye. But I didn't bait that time, and it kind of worked out. And let's see if I'm able to pull off this win. I'm able to get to the Rock Slide before I can get taken out. So that was a good match there. So this is my first set with this team. I'm doing 2 back-to-back sets. Like I said, I came from Galvantula instead of Azumarill. I switched it out just to see if it's working better, and it has been working a lot better for me. So I think this from earlier. It was from like 2 in the morning, but all my sets today were positive, and thanks to this team. So Stunfisk Mirror, I catch the Earthquake, I hope. Let's see. No, they were either gonna bait me or they caught the switch. So here we have a Melmetal, which is a nice sight to see. I like seeing Melmetal. Don't see it very often, but I'm not sure if this was the best, counter for Azumarill. I guess they predicted I probably don't have Hydro Pump. I mean, a lot of people don't run Hydro Pump. So I can easily just farm down here and have enough energy for hopefully whatever comes in. Now we have a Wigglytuff, so I'm just going to go straight Play Rough. My Sableye does not want to see this, right? Sableye, I think, only has one weakness, and it is Fairy. So definitely don't want to. I want to line up my Stunfisk with it, and they let the well, they're out of shields, I guess. The Earthquake kind of chunks enough where I know that I can just kind of come in. So my strategy is to always switch into Sableye when the opponent has a little bit of health left, just to farm them down with the Shadow Claws. Just get a little ahead on energy because it does take a while to get to that return. It's not a fast move to get to. So if you do need it, you want to get ahead on energy. So my Sableye does lose there to the Stunfisk, but I'm able to farm it down and then Rock Slide the Wigglytuff. So that's another good game. I think this is either rank 11 battles. And I did get to level 44 now, so I'm rocking the level 43 pose for now. Level 44 to 45 is kind of a grind. A lot of Team Rockets. So maybe I'll get something good for PvP. Maybe I'll get another Purified Sableye that now has a low attack stat. So that's what you want now with the new CP rework. So Bastiodon against Sableye is not too bad. You can just keep spamming foul plays, and as long as you shield those Stone Edge, you should be able to beat it. I think I'm able to beat the Bastiodon every time. Or at least it's been very close. You can hear the dog barking. Hope it's not too loud. No, there he left. I was about to pause. He's been like peeing all over the floor. It's pain house sitting with the dog which is running wild all the time. But he's awesome. Anyways, so here we have a Sturfetched, which is, I mean, it has a Leaf Blade, so it's not a completely safe battle here against Azumarill, but I am able to get the last shield, which is good, and I need to make sure that my Stunfisk doesn't get hit right now with a close combat, and it doesn't have close combat. I believe that's the move that Sturfetched has, the fighting move. Luckily, he's running Night Slash and Leaf Blade with counter, so if it wasn't for that I would have lost that match, because I was like, oh god, here comes the close combat. But you know, that's how it works out sometimes. I know it's happened to me where I would have won if I had like a certain move, Ice Beam. But there's, I think, more times that I've none. So usually when it's a bad lead, I want to save switch into my Sableye, like that lead, and try to. So I went for the return that time. They did shield successfully. I'm gonna shield again, and do I end up going for the return? Sometimes I will bait at least once. This time I'm not, because at least I got the one shield. So let's see if I can get another shield. And I'm able to get the Azumarill very low, so I could win switch if I do shield here and just farm it down if I decide to let it go. So I can get a head on energy with my Stunfisk, but I was trying to do an aggressive farm down, but I was a little short bit. They're running Ice Beam, so that's fine. And I'm going to shield this and maybe go for the Earthquake, or do I go for the bait? Let's see. Okay, decide to bait. I have a lot of energy, so I could easily go for Earthquake now, or switch out into Azumarill. They're going to hit me with a Sludge Bomb. I guess I just wanted to burn its energy, and I know I can hit it with a Play Rough and beat it. Maybe there's something weak to Azumarill in the back, why they didn't switch, which there is. And here is where Hydro Pump comes in clutch. Check this out. Azumarill finishing up endgame. I mean, if I had Ice Beam there, I would have lost that game, because there's no way I would have been able to hit that Marowak for anything effective. So 4-1 on that first set on our road to rank 12. I did make it to rank 12. So we'll see where we are tomorrow. So that's a bad lead. Switching to my Sableye. I'm going to let the first Night Slash go through. I mean, what I want to do is probably shield. If they do get the boost, I'll start to shield those. But I bait there successfully. Maybe I can actually hit it with a return. Return does a lot to Obstagoon. Let's see if they shield here. Maybe I'll get both shields, and I can easily come in with Azumarill. So you do, it does a big chunk of health. And I'm just gonna let it go and start to get ahead on energy with my Azumarill. And let's say this is not enough for a gunk shot, so I'm just gonna let it go through. Night Slash, and oh, they got the boost. Uh-oh. So maybe I lost this one too. That's, I don't see the win condition here. They have a Beedrill, and I let a Bulldoze go through. I was hoping they were baiting me, and I didn't call the bait correctly. I think even if I shielded that, I was gonna get hit by a drill run from the Beedrill. So I don't know if there's a win condition here. This is where Ice Beam would have come in handy because you can get to it a lot faster. And they still have a shield, so they're going to definitely shield this. Or do they let it go through? They let it go through because they know they can survive any other moves. Maybe I should have gone for Hydro Pump. But at this point, I pretty much realized it was it's not gonna happen. This game's over. So I went down with a shield remaining. All right, so we both sets we lose the first battle. Let's see if we can turn it around for this set. So Obama Snow, this is a good lead. So I can just go straight or Rock Slide. I don't know. It depends. I've never used Obama Snow in Great League or any league. So for some, it might still be a decent lead because you can go for Energy Ball, which I successfully shielded. But it definitely favors the Stunfisk, just going straight Rock Slide here. So I win the lead. I switch into my Sableye save switch. Again, same thing. I'm going to let it go through, and I'm going to go for the return. Oh, this time I decide to bait. And I threw a little early. Let's see if they fall for it. They did. Well, they had an extra. They have a shield advantage, so now we're match shields. So it kind of worked out because now I can kind of go in with my Azumarill and start to get ahead on energy, as long as they don't have Gunk Shot, obviously. So let's see if we get Gunk Shotted here. I shielded Night Slash, which I feel terrible about. Nothing worse than that. So let's see if they let this go down. I'm assuming they will. They shield, I knew if they were going to shield, I was like, I'm going to switch, and I catch a Gunk Shot on my Stunfisk. That was a play of the game right there. They decided to quit, man. So I even told myself, if they shield this, I'm switching immediately because I know that means they do have Gunk Shot, and they did. And I didn't even know where the count was, but it kind of worked out. So we have a negative. What am I talking about? An evil Skarmory, a Shadow Skarmory, this is a good lead for us. Let's see what they're running, and they're running Brave Bird. And I know they can only have Brave Bird, so we gotta keep that in mind because right now we haven't had a Rocket event since the Skarmory's been out, so there's no way they can have Sky Attack and Brave Bird. The Azumarill Mirror. What I try to do now is I try to squeeze in as many bubbles as I can when they throw, and I make sure that I'm trying to negate their bubbles so I can hopefully get the edge and win the mirror. So I'm not even worried about winning or losing CMP. I'm just trying to squeeze in extra play routes. So here I can just go in and farm down. This is where Shadow Claw Sableye is really clutch. Because Shadow Claw is so strong, you can just come in and farm most things down. Because a lot of the ghost hits a lot of things for neutral. I know it has Brave Bird, so I'm gonna shield it. And here we have a Mawile. I'm just gonna go straight for the Earthquake and land, so this game is over. Yeah, I guess if I would have baited there, I would have probably lost the game. So I would have been starting to ramp up our energy, but they didn't have any more shield. They did have a shield. They went down with yeah, they should have shielded. They thought it was baiting. All right, so we have another Stunfisk mirror. This always reminds me of like the Metagross mirror and Master League Premier. It's just like, are you gonna bait? Who's gonna get to the move first? I try to catch again an Earthquake on my Azumarill. I missed. So that Stunfisk does have energy, so I got to keep that in mind. Let's see if they have Play Rough or are they running Hydro Pump. They're running Play Rough as well. So now I have to make sure I get extra energy. I am ahead, I think, by 1 bubble. And they're throwing now, yeah. So I'm trying to negate and I'm trying to throw and I'm trying to squeeze bubbles through if I can. Because, and I'm able to catch hopefully a Play Rough. Let's see. And it's an Ice Beam. So either they were going to bait me or they saw my swap and quickly changed to Ice Beam. So I know that this is probably an Earthquake and it's a Rock Slide. So I got baited, which is not good. And this is probably the Earthquake. So I have to shield again. Because I already made a mistake. I'm going to go straight for Earthquake. Let's see if it lands. It lands on a Skarmory. This is like everything's going wrong on his battles. I'm like, okay, there's no way to come back from this. Can we come back from this? Can Sableye help us pull through here? So we get Sky attacked. Can we get to the foul play? We cannot. Oh, God. This is not looking good. But Sky Attack will not take out Stunfisk. Obviously, it's resisted, so I can probably get to the Rock Slide, and I do. I overfarm a little bit. Let's see if this is enough to take it out. It is. I switch immediately into my Stunfisk, into my Azumarill, and Hydro Pump clutches it up at the end again. So that was a crazy match. I definitely thought I had lost that one because everything was going wrong. On my switches, on my baits, nothing was working out. It's a great lead. But it also worries me when I see this lead because that just means it's probably a grass hole and it's not going to be very good for my team. Because I don't really have anything to counter grass types, at least Razor Leaf grass types very well. But it's not grass hole. Let's see if they shield. They do, so that's fine. I'm going to switch into my Sableye just to I know that even though foul play is resisted, it's enough to take out Toxicroak. Toxicroak is pretty glassy. So that even though it's resisted, it's enough to take it out. So I'm ahead on energy. So let's see what comes in next. Bastiodon. At this point I have 2 Bastiodon counters, so and I know it's not grass hole, so I think this is looking good. I switch, try to catch a move, but they are running 1 grass type Razor Leaf. So Cherim, but it doesn't have, well, since it's running Razor Leaf, I'm gonna try to catch a Fire Punch. Well, I know that Fire Punch is not gonna do a lot here, or Weather Ball, Fire Weather Ball. Let's see if this is enough to take it out. This is still not looking good. As you can see, my team is struggling with this Razor Leaf user. And perfect swap there to catch a Stone Edge. Do I have enough to make it to the Earthquake? I do make it to the Earthquake. That is another clutch win. So that swap was on point. Which is what I tried to do on the Azumarill earlier, because I knew it was already time to get to the Stone Edge. And I was able to still catch it on the Sableye, and that was a good game. I think we're like 1 or 2 battles away from rank 12 at that point. So anyways, I hope you like these battles. I hope you like watching level 42 Sableye in action. I know we're going to be able to get it a little higher if you have the right IVs. But thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I appreciate those. See you next time.